We love plants, they transform space. Give us something to nurture and make us happy. And we love indoor cacti. So easy, so spiky, and so much variety. Let's learn more. Cacti cute and prickly. The indoor cactus is perhaps the first thing your mind conjures when you think low-maintenance houseplants contained within the family. Cactaceae are over 1,000 species of cacti, coming in all shapes and sizes. The two basic types to keep in mind are the desert cacti and the forest cacti. Desert cacti tend to have a unique, stark look and occasionally some beautiful flowers. Forest cacti are also quite attractive. To be honest, it's probably not going to be easy for you to tell the difference between the two types. So check the label or ask your local nursery. For my desert cactus, have a pile of Cyrus. And my forest cactus here is a lepismium. I'll be potting both separately to demonstrate the differences. Each will go into a small terracotta pot with a drainage hole. I have a standard potting mix for my forest cactus. And for my desert cactus, I'll be mixing an extra sand and perlite to increase the drainage. You can see the difference quite well. The desert mix is very loose and airy, while the untouched mix is still pretty crumbly. Let's start with the desert cactus. These roots are quite pot-bound, so I'll make them out a bit to help create a healthier root system. Now let's put it into our pot and fill it using our desert potting mixture. I'll use my chopstick here to work the soil into the exposed roots. Looks good. Let's move on to the forest cactus. We can just slip this one out of its nursery pot and knock away some loose soil. Once I've done that, I can pot it the same way, this time using our standard potting mixture and working it in with a chopstick. Another looker. I love how they both have their own distinct styles. Cacti are versatile like that. Remember, you can always tell what your cacti needs by checking with your finger, or to avoid their prickers, a chopstick. If very little soil things to whatever you use, that means the potting medium is dry. Forest cacti soil should stay moist in the growing season, but should dry out periodically in the winter. Desert cacti soil shouldn't dry out completely during the growing season, but can dry out completely during the winter. Both should be watered somewhat regularly in the spring and summer, but the biggest mistake people make with characterize overwatering during the winter. They really don't need much at all during that time of year. So where should we put our new friends? Your desert cacti absolutely need strong sunlight, especially in the winter, though keep in mind it's possible that some species will scorch indirect summer sun if they haven't been acclimated to it. I'll go with this bright spot. Your forest cacti will like bright, indirect sunlight like you might find in, well, a forest. How about right here? During the active growth period, desert cacti prefer hot, dry temperatures, ranging from 70 to more than 80 degrees Fahrenheit. In the winter, the plants prefer a cooler period, down to as low as 55 degrees Fahrenheit. There are lots of edible varieties of cactus, and even some that have psychedelic properties you're not likely to find either at your local nursery. However, most cacti are sharp and prickly, and some varieties are toxic on top of that. Check with your local nursery to make sure, but as a rule, keep cacti away from pets and small children. And we're all set. Enjoy your new pokey little pals.